What's going on, y'all? It's episode 4. It's your boy Marcus.
It's Mike, man. Money Mike. Y'all know that already.
Yeah,
Eminem, Mike and Mark. We back. Episode 4.
Episode 4.
We here.
That's the always though, but it is episode 4. So we had the game this weekend.
Getting a recap of that.
Short, yeah.
First game, Undiscovered versus the Phenom. That was pretty good. I think the Undiscovered team did really well, getting out to a good start. They ran it up real quick, real fast.
As always,
yeah.
Play 100 miles per hour.
Phenoms, they was a little shaky at first. They started to pick it up towards the end, but it was too late.
They ain't have great ball. There's a lot of ISO play, a lot of one shots.
One shot.
One and done, you know.
So Undiscovered, they used all their energy on offensive end. So
exactly.
But that was a good game. Second game started to be good, going pretty good back and forth, but unfortunately it had to be stopped due to humidity outside from the floors. So the floors were a bit slippery, so we didn't want anybody to get hurt. So
people falling down lane lines.
it was bad.
Crazy.
It was bad.
Crazy.
Nah, Charmaine, he had made a move and then he fell. I was like, dude, I'm not calling travel. I got to give it the floor slippery, but the games was good. We'll be back next week to replay the games that weren't able to be played. So make sure you guys tune in next week to the Undiscovered League to see some great basketball games and great content. So make sure y'all tune in for that.
Always, as always.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so TBL. So it's growing. It's always about growth with TBL. So started off with 12 teams last year. Ended with 12 teams last year. And we're going to start the season with 35. We got like divisions and conferences now and stuff. You know, it's
35 like KD.
Easy. Like
35
that.
like KD.
It's going to be fun.
But it's fire. It's fire though. I mean, just to see the growth of it that fast and that quick, bro. That means like a lot of work has been put in, a lot of sacrifices have been made, and you can just tell hardworking people, you know, like Mr. Magley and his wife, Miss Evelyn. Mm-hmm. They really committed to what they're doing. So
get a mission.
That's fire, bro. And to see where it's at all over the world, bro. Just look at that.
The whole U.S. There's a few states missing, but don't worry, we plan on getting there eventually. So we'll get teams everywhere.
Hey, I'm talking about, just look at that, bro. It's everywhere. Up north, down south, East Coast,
West Coast, South, Midwest. Is
4 conferences, 8 divisions.
Yep. You know, of course, that Plains conference is the toughest.
Hey,
that division, you know.
Come on now. We got the most. 9. So,
you know. We're going
only could be one champion, though.
Pretty sure it's gonna be the Leopards, but you know we're gonna see.
What you for? Leopards? Come on, bro. Leopards. Come on, man. Hey, Lewisville Leopards.
Shout them out.
We on a run.
Always,
man. Leopard, we can do everything. Climb, swim, run.
They adapt to nature.
So we're gonna do our thing though. Shout out to all the TBL teams though. I saw the thing on social media today with Houston Push. Yeah. Steve Francis and Mr. Magley was there.
Yeah,
they was doing their thing. Nice combine, nice thing
today.
Yeah,
been in a few magazines lately.
We're gonna get to that later though. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that later though. But yeah, that been fire though. The season starts April 9th. Mm-hmm. Shout out to all the Aries out there. Hey, y'all want to know my birthday is April 1st. So y'all want to give me a little present or something before the games and stuff start. Just let me know. I'm ready. So April 9th though. Make sure y'all stay tuned in for that. The draft will be February 27th through 28th. Mm-hmm. Y'all can register on the TBL website. It'll be in Indianapolis. Not to mention Eminem, we will be there.
I'm pretty
podcast in Indianapolis, so that'll be fire.
Live in effect, you know.
Live in effect.
I'll make sure y'all really tune in for that one.
It's gonna be real fun.
Yes,
so
sir.
You're gonna see all these great players, these great owners, and these coaches and stuff like that, and just get a taste of the atmosphere of what we're going to be going into this season.
Nah, for real.
It's going to be real good.
It's going to be good, man. See all the talent that's going to be in the gym. Also get to meet some of the new coaches and owners. So that'll be
a lot of big faces, a lot of known faces. So that's another great thing for the TBL, what I think is helping it grow too. A lot of people that's known and, kind of have a say-so in this world. they starting to come in and people starting to pay more attention. So that's all a part of growth. So I'm just proud in general of the TBL.
Honestly,
it's fire, bro. From 12 to 35, that's insane. And that's insane
during the pandemic,
in a pandemic,
like not even a whole year, like just a few months. Like let's go and lock in and do this.
A pandemic, Mark.
You know
they running it up.
They got it going.
Got it going.
Big shouts out to the Magley, so for real.
Big shouts out. So
big vision.
But I think we got a special guest though.
I think we do have a special guest. Pretty sure. What is to say?
Then he played in Indiana.
I think so. I think he played like at KU or something, like way back in the day.
From it, yeah.
So.
He went to the league, right?
I think he went to the league. I think he was drafted by the Cavs, something like that.
I think so. How tall is he, Mark?
He might be like 7 foot on paper, but now he probably like 6'9", 6'10", you know.
Okay.
You know, it's crazy. You know what's crazy? I think he was like a commissioner, like some like league in Canada, and then he decided to do his own thing in America.
Wait, we played a team, the Albany Patriots.
We did.
Mark, what's his name? Mark?
It's right on the tip of my tongue. What is it? I got it.
Mr. Magley. That's it.
Big Magley. Yes, sir.
Hey, man, I'll give it up for Mr. Magley, man. I'll give it up for Mr. Magley.
Yes, sir.
Big time in the building.
Big time in the building. Yes, I love it when they call me Big Pop. That's how we do up in here. Eminem and M in the house.
Hey,
Triple M, baby. Not a gang side, that's West Side. This is Eminem and M.
Eminem is the M side, baby.
Y'all don't know nothing about that.
They don't.
Trying to teach y'all something.
Hey,
y'all young people up here in Dallas.
Hey, Mark.
What's up?
It's the second time we had Triple M.
Triple M's, man.
Come on,
Best
man.
time. Best time.
Best time.
It's the best time.
Some of y'all don't do that.
Yes, sir.
Mag, Mike, and Mark.
Come on. That's how we do.
Pick your poison, whichever one you want to do. However you want to do it, man.
All 3 levels.
Just pick your poison. All 3 levels. Whatever you want to do. So, what's up, Mr. Maggie? Let us know how you doing. How you doing?
I'm just driving, dude. I'm grinding. You know, I spent Wednesday. I left in the morning and drove to Little Rock and had dinner with the Lightning, who said they think they'll win the conference. And then I went down and I met a new team that's going to be in Texas for next year that nobody even knows about yet.
Okay.
On the way down here, and then I went on down to Houston and had an incredible press conference with Steve Francis and his group with Moochie Norris. And it really is remarkable what shine he brings on the league because the people are excited about him. And his team's called the push because he wants young men to know they can push through anything.
Right.
And I think that's pretty cool. When you look at teams that have greater visions, I think that it's about what we're about as a league. So you look at like with you guys with CYM, because as the Lewisville Leopards, you're so much more than just a basketball team.
Right.
That's shallow. I mean, what's important is people teaching how to give back, how to use your celebrity for something better than self.
Exactly.
Because we do a bad job of celebrating athletic progress too young. And then guys get to where they're full of themselves. And the next thing you know, they get someplace and then they struggle. I mean, and you look at the last few weeks, all the information about the young man from the Delonte West. When I was talking to Kendrick Perkins last night, and he said, you know, a lot of people feel like Delonte does right now. I mean, Delonte is in a better place. He's got his own emotional issues before basketball, but all of the other stuff isn't. It's almost like he looked what the NBA players feel like on the inside. There's so many guys that share how 3 or 4 years out of the NBA, they can't get out of the bottle, they can't get off the drugs, they can't, because they don't have any purpose greater than serving self. And when you learn how to serve others, you've got something to look forward to. Steve Francis's best days are ahead of him. It's not when he was Stevie Franchise. Those are good days because that established something. He had fun, but he's got so much left in his life to impact so many people. And you could see it coming. You could just see the people light up when he walks in a room, and he's got a grace about him that's pretty good. Then we had a combine yesterday, and it was really good because there's just a lot of cameras there. Representative Sheila Jackson Lee, who's one of the big time congresswomen and the 13-term congresswoman, came out just to say she's impressed with what he's doing, starting a business during the pandemic, whatever you call it.
Pandemic. Gotta run it up.
Pandemic. Hashtag pandemic. Give Mike credit. Hashtag give Mike credit.
Hey, I'm copywriting it.
He copywriting it. A little TM on the side. But she's like, I can't believe you guys are starting something during this time frame because we need it. They need the distraction. Fans need the distraction. They need something to look forward to. Young men have been, basketball has been hurt. You know, whether it's the youth, they haven't been able to show their stuff.
Right.
High schools are inconsistent around the country.
Right.
Colleges aren't playing in front of people. And here comes our league giving young men more shine and a chance that all we ask is that you get back. Yeah. So that was real powerful. Then I woke up this morning, came up here, had a brunchish with Prescott Mack of the Dallas Skyline, and then I'm with you all today, and then I'm going to go up tomorrow and see the Waco folks. He's actually in Oklahoma from his combine, and I'm going to see Enid and Wichita tomorrow. Then I'm going to drive to Shreveport for our new team in Shreveport and have a press conference on Wednesday. Then I'm going to drive to South Carolina and have a press conference on Friday and the combine on Saturday, and I'm going to drive back to Indiana.
Man, around the world, 80 days.
Grinding on my life. Sacrifice. I had to pay the price. Y'all know nothing about that.
They don't.
I got mad games. That's how you get a smoking hot wife. Been married 40 years. She fine as she wants. I got like this, mama.
So you come you have a lot of knowledge when it comes to basketball, just the experience that you've had yourself and the people that you've been able to work with or be coached by. So just kind of tell us a little bit about what made you want to start your own league versus moving up and being like a commissioner of the NBA or getting to a bigger league overseas or something like that.
Well, I think just like us, sometimes you got to make a way out of no way. There's no direction for a man in his late 50s to get in the NBA. I couldn't coach in the NBA because I'm too fat. They want young looking guys that are fit, looking like Brad Stevens and Steve Kerr. And they don't want a fat guy waddling up and down the court. That's not taking shots at me. It's just the look. The NBA referees are fit. Their coaches are fit. You just have to accept it. But I do kind of look like an executive. Yeah. But I didn't start early enough to work my way up. But that had nothing to do with what this is about. What this is about, it's a vision that God gave my wife. And the vision was we could start our own league, that we would do things for the right reason. Because let me tell you something, I'm straight up the coolest white dude you ever met. Straight up gangster. I know everybody.
Mr. Magley, you're not white. You light skinned.
I know I'm light skinned.
That's all right.
I'm light skinned. But I've never been black a day in my life. So I can have a black wife, I can have black kids. But that doesn't mean I really know what it feels like to walk by somebody and have them pull the purse up quicker. Y'all do. Yeah. Walk in the store and have somebody's eyes on them. Y'all do. When a police car goes by, in my mind, did I drive too fast? Did I go through a stop sign? Not, oh my God, I hope my life's not ending. Yeah. Y'all do. So my wife, as a black female, she brings something to this that is a whole different vision than Adam Silver or anybody else can, because we look at you all through her eyes. Right. So as young men, how do we mentor them and help them have dreams and shows like what they're going to provide for you all to go to the combine and build that. And then even the guy that was on your team last year, Abraham, started his own business with this trucking thing that he's doing. And, encouraging people to have businesses besides what we do. And then saying, with that knowledge, let's go down and help the young people. Let's go help. Let's get in the schools or go deliver the food. Every time you all walk in, especially with Big E's sorry self, when he walks in there to deliver some food, I know those people freak out. They go crazy over there. Yeah, they ain't never seen him dance, so they ain't got to worry about it. If they saw him dancing, like, no, they got a party. But but it is. We have celebrity because we're athletes. We're merched up, and we walk in. how do we use that celebrity? Then one day when you're done playing, which for some of you, I hope is a long time, you'll have business skills to go to. We'll have businesses you've started. There'll be things. I mean, one of our team market owners, Jerome Williams, he's got his son as part of the ownership group, and I don't know, he's 13, 14 years old, Jeremiah. So when he's done playing, he will have been helping be a part of the business.
Yeah.
And you go, what can a 13, 14-year-old do? Damn, we need to get on the social media. Everybody else is doing this. He's already telling them, you don't see enough of this. So there's going to be some value he's going to add, which is so cool, I think, that we can provide that for young men.
That's definitely blessed. It really is.
Yeah,
That's what we try to.
That's real nice, man. My question is, I see a basketball resume is real nice. Mr. Basketball out of Indiana. Come on, now. Hey, Mr. Basketball, played for the Albany Patrons, and you got drafted to the league. So what was that process like going from high school to college to KU, the blue blood, to the league?
Well, it was. I'm probably the most fortunate basketball player you've ever met because I've had the greatest career. Now, it's not Michael Jordan, it's not Magic, it's not Larry Bird or those other contemporaries I've all played against, but it's life. So I play in Indiana in a state that has anywhere from 3,000 to 5,000 people at every game I play at. When I go to the JV game to get into our game, it's lines around. If you're not at our JV game before we start,
You're not gonna get.
You ain't gonna get to watch our play. It's just not like that.
Indiana is upstate.
It's basketball. Basketball is part of it.
It's like football, but it's like basketball there. And I lost my mother on a Tuesday, and we buried her early on Friday. So I could still go to school for a couple hours so I wouldn't miss a game that night. And I scored 40 in the first half of the game.
Big shots out.
I hurt my shoulder, dislocated it. It was during Christmas break. So then when they came back, I had played with the brace. The day I got my brace, I had 38. Second best guy on our team, was ruled academically ineligible with a few games to go. And I averaged 40 the rest of the year. So I had an amazing career. Got Mr. Basketball, Indiana. I'm gonna go out to Kansas and show those kids how to play because they ain't never seen nobody from the Hoosier State. I mean, we're the baddest basketball players in the world. Come on, man. Kansas, what they gonna say? Man, I played so little when I first got to Kansas. And my snaps were rusted shut on the side. They're like, man, you go in, I can't get my pants on because I hadn't played. I got no burn when I got to Kansas. How could coach be so far off, not knowing how great I am? My coach, Ted Owens, never gave me anything. He made me be a man. He made me work for the few minutes I got at Kansas as a freshman, average 3 or 4 points, work a little bit harder to average 6 or 7 points as a sophomore, 10 as a junior, and I averaged for most of the season 20 and 12 as a senior. So all of a sudden, I've learned how to get something from college. I wasn't a star when I walked in, star the whole time. Then I got drafted to the NBA. Ahead of guys that had been playing more than me the whole way. I was the 28th pick of the draft. Make the team, looking like I'm going to be in the rotation, and they fire the coach. Probably for drafting me too high, but still. So the new coach comes in, he's got a different perspective. And it's, Mags, maybe you can be a 6'8" guard. There was no such thing as a white 6'8" guard. It didn't exist. And there was no such thing as a black quarterback in football. Because y'all aren't smart enough to be quarterbacks. And we're not athletic enough to be basketball guards. Well, you know what? A guy named Doug Williams goes to the Washington Redskins, wins an NFL Super Bowl. Next thing you know, you got Mahomes, Vic, you got all these great black quarterbacks. Because it's amazing how much smarter you got after somebody won. And then we got the Europeans. See, when I played, there were no Europeans, like Baza playing in our league. Then they brought in Sarunas Marciulionis and Detlef Schrempf and Dirk and all these big guys playing away from the basket. And they're going, my man, maybe he could. So, and now Luka's me. Luka's a 6'8" me, playing like I would have played. But that didn't exist back then. So halfway through the season, they said, but we like what you do. We think you might be that guy, that unicorn that could do something different. So we're going to guarantee next year's contract. Oh, I got excited. 150G. large back then. That was a lot of
That's
money.
a lot of money.
A lot of money.
A lot of money.
It's good money today, but back then that was a ton of money.
Yeah.
And all I had to do was fake an injury. Because you could only keep 12 guys.
Yeah.
So to keep 13, 14, and 15, you were allowed to keep 3 guys on the IR, the injured reserve.
Yeah.
There was no reserve list. It was an injured reserve list.
Yeah.
So you had to fake an injury in order to get that.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there going, man, guaranteed contract. I get to play guard. All I got to do is tell a little lie. No one will know. They even told me that. No one will know. And I said, what is the profit of man to gain the whole world and lose your soul? And they looked at me like, I don't know what you're talking about, Lewis. They said, basically, if you don't sign this piece of paper agreeing to go on injured reserve, you will never play another game in the NBA. So it went from, I was good enough to get a guaranteed contract and be worked with, to I basically got blackballed out the league.
Yeah.
So no one else would give me, I'm a 28th pick. I don't even get another good tryout ever.
Wow.
So clearly, they had said something. So I went to Albany, got to play for Phil Jackson, had a great experience there. Went to Spain, went to Belgium, played all over the world. So my experience was a great basketball experience because it was a life experience.
Right.
Because 40 years later, I've been married to the same woman for 40 years. No one else in my draft class can say that.
Yeah.
I know all my children. No one else can say that. I have 7 grandkids. So when I define wealth, it's a relationship with my God. It's a relationship with my wife. A relationship with my kids and my grandkids. God gives me purpose. My wife gives me relevancy because she keeps me pure and good in my heart.
Right.
My kids let me know what time it is. I know what it is to have a drip. I know what the drip is. I understand that word. I just learned that. And then my grandkids, I'm a big drip. He got a drip on, right? You know, that's how we do. But, and then I've got grandkids that will keep me relevant the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Right.
I may not have any money, but I've got wealth. And the wealth I have is available to everybody. And that's what we try to teach these young men, is that there's so much more than just being a star and using basketball for fame. That's fleeting. If you don't use it for the right things, well, that's why you look at a guy like Mathis, great player. But look at the lives he's impacting now. And the greater lives, he's impacting kids he'll never see in his life because you all will impact him for him.
Right.
And so the seeds that they plant, that Dr. Shearer and Mathis plant, are something that will germinate for forever.
Yeah.
And that's a life well lived, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's great. Like my dad says all the time, like things I tell you about basketball, it'll correlate to your life. You know, because basketball is life to me.
It's the most transparent sport you can play.
Sport.
Well, and it's funny because it's invented by a Methodist minister. And it has teamwork. It has unselfishness. It has rewards for working hard individually.
Right.
You know, there's immediate success. You know what you do. You've got it. There's so many things that's almost spiritual. And that's what Phil Jackson always said. It's almost a spiritual game when it's done the right way. Yeah. And I think you're right about that.
Yeah.
Your dad is absolutely right about that.
That's good. So it sounds like you're all about growth in general, just from a perspective on your life to anything you do. So I mean, for the last few months, the league has grown from 12 teams to 35. Been featured in 3 magazines now: Forbes, the New York Times, as well as USA Today. So how does that make you feel, just to see the growth that you've been able to inspire within this whole league since it started, and especially during this pandemic, because it just shot up so fast?
You know, honestly, guys, I can take zero credit for it. I work hard, and you know, luck is where preparation meets opportunity, right? So that helps. But you know, when we had to shut down, and you all know because you just had your best game, right? You just had some great games.
Yeah,
you were really coming.
I had my best game.
Yeah, and when against a great team, and when that happens, a team you had just got smashed by 50 2 weeks earlier, you came back and almost beat. It was unbelievable. One of our returning champions. I remember that. And we shut down. Most of our teams are on payment plans. And you sit back and you go, how does this league go forward? Because they can't make any money in season anymore. And their main businesses that help them pay for this, most of them are shut down too. If they're retail or whatever else they do, it's hard to make a living.
Right.
So I'm kind of tone deaf if I'm trying to ride them for some money when they're doing everything they can. prayed about it, thought what direction should we go, and quite frankly, we started talking to the Syracuse Stallions, and they started calling us, and I've watched them. You know, we don't really pay attention to too many things other leagues do because there's different models than what we do.
Yeah.
But Syracuse had great dancers, great DJ, great uniforms, great crowds. They looked like they played good. They're a really good team. And their president, a guy named Mike Sugamusto, started calling me, and we just started chopping it up back and forth. And when they made the commitment, not 2 or 3 weeks after we shut down, I think the rest of the world was like, wait a minute, we don't even know if there'll ever be basketball again, let alone this year. Yeah. Why is he signing up more teams? And then the team in Indiana that came in with Anderson, and then it just started popping. It started popping, and interest started coming. And then when we got to the end of the year, we were able to get some names: Jerome Williams, Junkyard Dog, Steve Francis. And, you know, I've got people on my phone in the last couple of days that are hitting me up that are names you all will recognize that want to buy teams in the league. The win on that is that just gives us the exposure you're talking about.
Exactly.
And the exposure then makes us more relevant.
Great publicity.
We're unique because we have standards, playing good venues, players get paid, great uniforms, everybody's live streaming. We have good stats. All those things create a brand that we can market worldwide. And then we help sell you guys worldwide. We help you get jobs. We don't. All of your contracts allow you to go. We want our players to fulfill their dreams.
Right.
Because when you do, there's dozens more waiting.
Like you said, it's all about growth. Yeah. Once you grow past this level and it's time to go to the next, that's what we want you to do.
So that's really what happened. And I just got in behind it, worked as hard as I could, and didn't travel as much as I used to, but I was able to get a lot done on the phone and make it work. And here we are today with 35 teams that I feel really good about.
Oh, yeah. I want to say thank you personally for just all the hard work you put into this and just your vision, you and Miss Magley, just how caring and genuine everything you guys do is. It really makes a difference. I definitely enjoy when you come to see us play.
Well, and she's especially special.
Yeah.
We have guys that, you know, she's like Mama Mags. She's the CEO, but if you need prayer, she's gonna say, hey, Mike, I know the draft's coming up. Let's pray with you. She wants to. She's calling me. You think I'll be wrong? I mean, dude, do what you do. Right? I mean, young men love the fact that you love them like that. Yeah, and it separates you.
It makes a difference. Everything is pure. Both of you guys. Like, I remember when we first got our team and y'all came to our training camp, and she was telling us a story and stuff like that. Like, that was pure. Those tears that fell. That wasn't no act at all. And you can tell if it's genuine or not. Then, before the draft, you know, the day of the draft, y'all called me and talked to me, and, you know, we had prayer and stuff like that. And it's crazy because I had a haircut appointment. I'm finna walk in the door, and my boy was like, "You ready?" I'm like, "Man, hold on. I'm on the phone saying a prayer for Mr. Magley and his wife." So he had to wait on that. But, you know, everything is genuine and pure, so that's priceless. You can't put no.
Well, and that's her vision with everything. Everything we do. We're looking at something. Some technology that you would like. And we don't know if we'll get it done this year or not, but we probably will, we hope. And it's for certain games, this is technology that you can use your mouse and click on Mike when he's playing or Mark when he's playing, and it comes up with your photo, your stats, a place where you can sell product. If you got special t-shirts you want to sell, all these things for our players. And the guys who's demonstrating it, I'm going, this is cool. I can market this. This would be great. And her first reaction is, can the kids get something from that? Her first reaction is, can we get our players some money off that? If they sell some merch, can it be their merch that they sell and they make money on it? Because, you know, there might be somebody that likes, you know, Mike wear. You know, they might like something he does, and he's got his own little product. And it's things that if we can do that, then we're, again, no one's going to get rich. But if it's a little bit of here, a little bit, that's her heart on everything. It's always about, how do we treat you all the right way? It's not about what we make, because we know if we do this right, we know, you know, Mathis and Dr. Shearer know if they do it right, God doesn't give a vision without a provision. The money will be there. So we don't have to worry about running around counting it. We'll just do what's right and that's what happens.
Exactly. Exactly. That's a good vision right there. Definitely been a pleasure having you on. But before we end, you know what time it is, Mike. We got to get into that rapid fire.
Rapid fire.
Rapid fire. Bam. Give it to me. I got
Let's start. All right.
Let me stretch out some.
Who's gonna start this time? You gonna start with me?
I'll start. Since
All right,
he came in spitting lyrics, top 3 favorite musicians.
I like Bruno Mars.
Okay.
I like Drake a little bit because I lived in Canada.
Okay.
And then I like a guy named Modest Yahoo,
Okay.
who is a Jewish singer that just is really good.
There we go.
Yeah.
And he's a rapper too. He's bad.
Me, one of mine is your top 3 sneakers of all time.
The original Dr. J's
Okay.
that I played in. The first Air Jordans. And then I used to play in a sneaker called Ponies.
Ponies.
And Ponies back in the day.
I know about them ponies.
They were comfortable, so I like my Ponies.
My dad told me about them ponies.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's old school for real. Yeah. All right. Phil or Pop?
What's that?
Phil or Pop? Phil Jackson or Greg Popovich?
Oh, Phil Jackson.
Okay.
Only because I played for him.
Yeah.
If I played for Pop, it'd be Pop. I gotta give Phil the Zen Master his love because he's
Man,
that's my guy. If I saw Phil today in the airport, and it's been 40 years, he'd be like, Max, what's up? He's that kind of guy. He's a good guy.
Yeah, I read his book. It was amazing. One of the best books I've read as far as like sports and just learning yourself and how to translate it to the game and translate it to your life.
Well, that's what's funny because so many people don't give him love because he had Michael and Kobe.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of people that are great players that never won a championship. And I like how they say, well, Mike didn't never beat nobody. He beat the best that was available.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you what, a lot of these teams today wouldn't beat Stockton and Malone.
Honestly.
I mean, they're beating the best.
A lot of people aren't beating Hakeem. Like,
No. They're beating Shaq and them.
Yeah, it's not happening.
That's not even real.
Whole nother ball game.
Exactly.
Completely different.
You got one more for him?
I got 2 more.
2 more?
We got 3 each.
All right.
Top 3 basketball movies of all time.
Hoosiers.
Hoosiers, I was gonna say. Hoosiers gotta be number 1.
Hoosiers gotta be one.
What do you say? That's the first movie I watched. You was like,
I'm gonna tell you,
five passes before you shoot.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you.
Came down, shot it. Come on.
He played before. He lost the game. You don't care. Coach Dale, look, come on, look go Hoosiers trivia. I got it. I would say number 2 is a movie y'all haven't seen called One on One.
Okay, I haven't seen
It's a dude named Robbie Benson is the actor, and he goes to college and he gets done wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Like some of y'all's teammates have probably done in the past. Mm-hmm. It's a really good movie. It's a really good movie. One on One's a great movie.
Check that out.
And then He Got Game.
Oh yeah, of course.
He Got Game only because my boy I played in the NBA and the CBA with, Lowe's Moore, the worst player on his team was a guy named Denzel Washington in high school. So everybody hypes Denzel as this game. No, Denzel didn't have game like that. So I love that backstory. So yeah, that's why.
It was just a movie. Denzel couldn't hoop.
Nah, he's great at what he do acting.
He acted his butt off now. He's the best actor in the world, but he ain't got no game.
All right, what was your go-to move?
I'm a catch and shoot guy.
Okay.
So what I was really, really good at was moving without the ball.
Okay.
And
It's real basketball.
yeah, well, because like to me, the greatest stat in our lifetime as a basketball player was when Clay got 61 on 11 dribbles. That's playing. That's moving without the ball. That's the guard getting it when he's open. That's the other people making the extra pass. That's basketball to me. That same year, Field Beard dribbled more than the entire starting lineup in a playoff game against Oakland.
Yeah.
Against the Warriors. So you sit back and you go, I'd rather watch that one style than the other style.
Of course.
And I think that's why, even before the pandemic, the NBA ratings were going down because it's so star driven.
Yeah.
It's not enough. It's not fun to watch anymore.
That's what Coach Mason tell us that you say used to stand out about us. Like we started playing basketball the right way.
Yep.
And move without the ball,
touch.
pass and cut, pick and roll. You know, it's fluent.
That's how you can have guys from Serbia that can catch and shoot. I mean, come on, man. I didn't even know he had it like that. All of a sudden, like this dude is bombing from everywhere. Look at him.
Bosa, that's Bosa.
That's Boston. Yeah, we gotta you have to go interpret that for him when you're done. But that's what I'm saying. I'm giving him love balls. That's what we're doing, boy.
Oh man!
All right, this is my last one. What's your go-to meal or snack before the game? Like something that you gotta eat, or your pregame, or your.
I've been eating everything for a long time. You don't get this big by accident. Man, I ain't my own push-ups I did was try to push straight from that plate. You know, when I play, don't hey, you have to agree with me. Yeah, you ain't. I'm saying,
I'm gonna go with Magley is cooking.
Yeah,
she
my
put her
mother-
foot everything she could.
She do that. You know, back when I
Or
played,
pregame ritual.
well, it's funny. Back when I played, early on, they would have like steaks before the game.
Oh,
So they eat a big steak like 3 hours before the game. Then when I got in the
That's why
NBA,
basketball was so slow back then.
slowest pace ever.
I still give you 40 today.
Oh no, man, that's Coach Brown about
But back when I played, then I learned the whole pasta thing.
Yeah.
So I like spaghetti, and actually my favorite Italian is with vodka sauce. You know what that is? It's when you combine the red and the white sauce together. And I like it because some red sauces are too spicy.
Yeah.
And the white sauces are too heavy sometimes.
Yeah.
So when you combine them, I like the flavor.
It gets the-
Try that.
Yeah, I like that with like some chicken and Alfredo.
You got the Louisiana team. You know you got to get some Louisiana food.
Yeah,
Louisiana
shoot, I've been spending the whole time in the locker room talking about where's Coach Banks go. Louisiana, the spicy be working on you now.
Spice, ain't nothing like that.
Right.
Spice.
So that's one of the great things about y'all getting to travel like you did last
Yeah.
year. You know, you got to New York and have New York pizza. You got to go. You know, when you go to different places, you get to experience the different cuisines. And that's pretty cool
That
too.
pizza in NY was crazy.
It
Everything
was.
you think was so big, like
But that's why they fold them in half, right?
Yeah, exactly.
them things were huge. And then we had lost. I ain't want to eat or nothing. I'm just sick. I'm like,
But you know what was great?
pizza look good though. I gotta try it.
What's great
Gotta
about
try it.
y'all went to Albany and got smashed. You got beat like unwanted stepchildren. It was unbelievable how bad y'all got beat.
like we weren't there or something.
Oh, you remember that? But
He's saying because he played ball.
Yeah, that's why he's saying that. That's why he's saying that.
no. But when you got done, the people that took you there made certain you dressed like pros.
Yeah.
You took photos of this historic place to play.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You got something out of that experience.
Mhm.
3 weeks later, you lose by 2 or 3.
Mhm.
Now, obviously, there's a lot of growth in your game, but they didn't miss the opportunity to let you enjoy that
Yeah.
because to them, it's not about winning and losing.
Mhm.
It's about
So
the
they-
whole experience of look where you got to go. You may never play in it, but that is the coolest little venue for this.
Honestly.
The Washington Avenue Armory is really cool.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny? Those guys,
Mhm.
when they first saw you walk in with suits, they're like, what the heck they dressed for?
Yeah.
When they got done to a man, they thought that was so cool because you showed them respect by dressing it to their venue. And there were fans that still talk about you. It was really a remarkable experience. So there's something again, that's different than most pro sports. Most pro sports is you lose. Mathis is on going, okay, who can we get to take Marcus's place? Okay, who else? Okay, I like this kid. Sorry, Marcus. Enjoy your pizza tonight because that's your last meal. When you get back, I got somebody else. Because that's what they do.
Yeah.
But that's pro sports.
Yeah.
But not them. It's
business
bigger.
at the end of the day.
It's
Albany was fire though. Like,
Yeah.
you can when we first came, everything new to me. I'm 18, so I ain't never seen nothing like this. So when we came, we went under the tunnel, like the league, like the NBA. You go under the tunnel, you walk up, you get dressed, you walk up into the gym.
Yeah.
So we had to go up the
Downstairs.
steps. So I'm like, I think the gym down here. No, you gotta walk up, go to the gym. So we doing a shoot around for like 2 hours.
Mhm.
I'm like, okay, this is real. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we doing shoot around, come back down, cause Matt talk, go back up, come back down. Then we go back up for the last time. So you can just feel like the history in the gym. I walk in, I feel the ball. I'm like, the ball's slippery, but this is the ball they play with.
Yeah.
Like it's just the floor is real wood. Like I'm like, dang, I ain't got no grip, but this what they play on. So you can't complain. It's just the history in the gym.
Well,
And when I first walked in, Coach Matt, this man was like, hey man, where that little 18-year-old that they say that he kind of good a little bit or something like that. I'm like, I'm right here, that's me. He's like, we got something for you tonight. Shook my hand, we got something for you tonight. I'm like, man, say, like, okay, we gonna see.
We gonna see.
We lost though. So.
I got him 50.
Hey, nah,
But you came back.
I
You
came
explained it.
back.
Told them what time it
I
was.
came
Because you
back.
know what? They asking, man, that little 18-year-old bad.
Hey,
At first they're like, what? afterwards, whoa.
Yeah.
But that's growth. That's what we do.
We was in the warm-up lines because Matt was finna get on me. We warm-up lines, everybody. Them, that's when I knew, like, okay, they've been doing this for a while. I thought about it after the game. We in the warm-up lines, we dunking and this and that, trying to put on the show. They down there, 3, layup, just saving their legs and ready to play. So I think the same man, he came up to me, he's like, man, how old are you for real? I was like, I'm 18. He was like, dog, you ain't got a lot of me. I'm like, I'm 18, I promise you, I swear I'm 18. He's like, man, if you 18, you finna be out of here. And I'm like, appreciate you. So, man, the game started. Y'all got to going crazy on this. I'm like, oh my God. Only person that had a good game was Austin. Austin went crazy.
Because he's the only one that was their age. He was the only one that was a grown adult. I mean, he wasn't scared of nobody. Not that you're scared, but it's, I mean, listen, those 2 guards that you were going against, Shadell Millinghouse, he was our MVP of our playoffs the year before, and he just willed them to the championship. He missed jump shot, get his own rebound, put it back in. At 6'6". I mean, he's just strong, tough, played so hard.
He's a big guard.
Yeah, and
him and the other one with the dread, the left-handed.
Yeah.
Both of them, they
Shaw.
They show love.
Robert Shaw.
Yeah, they just followed me on Instagram not too long ago.
Oh, they're great. Robert Shaw just put something on from the combine.
I've seen that.
He'll just do whatever. He comes from a great family. I played against his father in high school, and he just knows how to play. Wants to play to win. He's a great player. But we have so many great stories in our league. I mean, one of the things we want all of our teams to do these podcasts. You just got fortunate. You got somebody that's got the willingness to get it done and help you all get it done. So it's really cool.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, all the teams. Yeah. That would never happen again. We would never get beat by 40 or 50 again.
No, ain't nobody losing by 50 anymore.
Nah.
This league's getting too good.
It's too good.
But you know what I did? I did in between that time come and watch you play. And I watched you play against a guard that I went up to before that. I said, listen, do me a favor. Beat that dude up. Beat the little dude up. Put a hurting on him. He's one of the best guards in our league. And I honestly, and you hadn't won a game. And you all beat them.
I remember that game.
You played great.
That's when.
And it was like, wow. And I went up to him, he's like, man, he's a lot better than I thought he was. He's really good. Because we had a kid one time that was, my high school coach had 2 Mr. Basketballs. The second one was 15 years later at Richmond High School, and I was in the NBA or whatever. I was with the Pacers in their summer league, and I had a weekend free, and I went over to. So I was probably 30. Maybe it wasn't 15 years, maybe 12 years later. I was over at my high school coach's house. He goes, "Listen, Woody Austin is going to be. He's got a chance to be Mr. Basketball over Sean Kemp." He said, "Man,
because man, no,
they treat him like a god. You need to play him some one-on-ones and teach him." So he had all his boys over. They were excited because he gonna serve this old white dude up. Man, I beat him like a stray dog. I mean, he was. I gave him like 5 bagels in a row. 21-0, 21-0, 21-0, 21-0. And he's like,
not touching anything. Why you doing? Checking it up.
Why you let him take it? Why you let him do that to me? And he put something on Facebook one day. He goes, yeah, I remember who Magley is. He came to school and beat me up one time. I'm like, dude, you didn't know that Griff set you up on that.
Yeah.
He told me you need to go ahead and beat him up. He needs this.
Yeah.
And he went on to play at Purdue and lead Big Ten 3-point shooting. And he had a great career. Not because of me. But it was just, that's what older guys, that's what you're getting.
That's what you need.
But that's what you're getting that most 18-year-olds miss. And one of my problems I have is we reclassify kids. So they can play in the same age group. And they can look better in their region, the best in the DFW and the best in the state and the best in the Southwest and the best in the country. But there's some dude in Nigeria that's 25 that's gonna give you buckets right now.
It don't matter.
You don't know that.
It's like talk about Luka. Since Jay High,
let me tell you something.
Grown men his whole life.
When I was playing in Spain and I was 26, 27, 25, 26 years old, if I had played against a 16-year-old Luka, I'd have busted Luka's tail for a year. And the next year, when Luka's 17, he don't know how to keep me off. By the time Luka's 18, he's probably better than me or as good as me. By the time he's 19, he's rookie of the year. That's exactly what happened with Luka, what happened with Ricky Rubio. And what happened to us? See, when we were kids, there was no AAU. There was no summer basketball. So we grew up on the playground. And if I cost an older player, like think Mathis is older than me quite a bit, but if I had to play against Coach Matt, and Coach Matt was on my team, and I made him lose, and he's got to sit out 3 or 4 games.
Oh yeah, that's the issue.
He going the whole time. He going, man, why you gotta take bad shots? I told you all you gotta do is stop Marcus. Why don't you never check him out? Why didn't you be like, yo, stop yelling at me? But you know what? Next time I'm checking you out.
Yeah.
I ain't taking no bad shots.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make that extra bad because a grown man told me what time it is.
Yeah.
Not I'm better than everybody because I'm the same age.
Yeah.
No, that's why Giannis is MVP.
Yeah.
Luka's Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
Giannis is MVP again.
Look at the Europeans. Rudy Gobert.
These guys come over here ready to play.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm not saying that Americans aren't good, but we missed that piece.
Yeah.
And that's what you all get by being
That toughness piece that there's second nature to them.
Mm-hmm.
Like the kids that's skipping college and G League and stuff, like they're not getting a piece of grown man and real. I don't care.
Age.
I don't care if you're 18, 19, or 35. I'm gonna treat you the same. That type of thing. So
I had my excuse me, I had 4 kids.
Mhm.
My second was my oldest was a tennis player. She won the NCAA championship in Florida. Second played college basketball at Western Kentucky, another girl.
Mhm.
Oldest son, 6'10", played at Western Kentucky in Tulsa, started for 4 years with Courtney Lee, Jeremy Evans, and in Tulsa he was with Jordan Clarkson. And then the youngest one played in the high school in Kansas City called Farm.
Right.
But the second daughter, she was at my high school when I was coaching.
Mhm.
So she never played with the girls.
Mhm.
She never played at AAU much.
Yeah.
All she did was play against my boys.
Mhm.
And my boys only played against men.
Yeah.
When I was a high school coach, my thing was don't do any summer things. Just come to the gym 6 days a week. And I'll have the best runs in the city. We'll get everybody to play in college, come and work because they want to work against you.
Yeah.
And y'all got to play together.
Right.
And you're going to lose.
Mhm.
And you're going to figure out how to win.
Mhm.
And so we started picking up football. You know, grown men don't like little guards picking them up.
Yeah.
What are they doing? We're teaching them how to compete.
Exactly.
And then when we get into the state tournament, and they're playing scared against Sarasota Christian, you're scared against all these kids with Amish last names?
Yeah.
Come on, man. You're playing against some grown men. Go pick them up.
Yeah.
And you know what? That was our secret. We were really good basketball.
Yeah, that's fire though, because you taught them like that's how we play, regardless of who it is.
Mhm.
And I remember that game because you came, Coach Walker came, and Bob Hill.
Yep.
All of y'all came. So and Coach Matt told me, he was like, "You don't have a little guard, Mike. You gonna try to do this." And I saw you talking to him and stuff.
Yeah, I was trying to hide my mic.
I was like,
right there.
I was like, yeah.
I wasn't even hiding. I was
Yeah.
pointing. That
You
was right
you-
there.
I was like,
Get him.
and my pops was there too. I was like,
Yeah, Pops wouldn't beat me up after the game.
Nah.
He's like, hey, man, I'm scared of him. I'm just saying.
I was like, I gotta show up. And we got that was our first dub.
It was a great game.
That was a great game. That was great experience. My first year for sure. I love the team.
Well, you guys are doing a great job with this program, and it is fun to watch. And I think that this is something that everyone in our league loves looking at. And I'd like to see more of our teams duplicated because it's a really cool concept. I think you're developing as future broadcasters, and you're learning to do things that are really cool. I know, Marcus, you know how to do all the technology, and Mike, you know how to read. So those are good skill sets that everybody has, which is really pretty cool. So I thank you for having me, and keep up the good work. I appreciate you.
Yeah,
Thank you
sure,
for
Mr.
coming.
Mag.
Sure. Make sure you follow us, subscribe, like on everything. This was episode 4, brought to you from Marcus and Mike.
Yeah, man.
Mr. Mags.
Make sure y'all tune in.
M.
Hey,
Yes,
Triple
sir.
M. Make
Triple
sure
M.
y'all tune in and be ready for the games this weekend coming up. We'll be back to give y'all more episodes, more content. So salute. Thank y'all for watching.
Thank you.
We out.
Have a good one.